just here. No salads, just eggs.
Yeah, but a little bit of poking on Regieleki here. Nom's throwing out some future stuff. He's just trying to keep the enemy team away. Oh, and Machado pops the barrage blow here.
He's starting it off that fight. Catches Rick. Rick gets punched through the wall, breaks some eggs.
This he gets taken down.
Johnny trying to just defend that with his life, but is his life given? No, but Bird Boy's life is taken. No, they survive. Here comes Rick Swords in the backside as Glaceon doesn't survive. Gets stomped on. No, that's his teammates stomping on the other teammates. Misses them completely. Looks like he was stomping on his own Glaceon. But there we go. We got a top goal broken, going in favor of actual trash. Reggie and objectives are still up. More fights going on. Dirty in the back lane. Catches one man going down. Tragic is trying to catch him. Does. But here is Milk Tea Girl throwing eggs at him, making sure that big man is fed. Makes it out alive. And now there's a lot of damage going in. Oh! As I looked away, Bird Boy catches one of the members. Sneak attacks. Grabs him. Kills him. Runs away. And successfully gets out. As now it's a 5v3 top lane. Regieleki getting started by Jay.
Yes, the moves are flying around here. Just solar beams and future sights running around everywhere.
Wasn't able to get it, but Vit was, as he goes in, gets that Reggie in favor of his team, and is now pushing back. We got an ult coming up from you. More damage coming out. We got another ult coming up from Milk Tea, trying to keep Rixos alive. New Vit gets caught out. Mew will...
Ooh, and the ult is thrown out. Well, Noms has reached level 9. And a very singularity is a strong push into that Regieleki. Slowbro taking a slow beam onto Machamp. Machamp responding with a barrage blow. And trying to take Noms out, but they break that top goal, and that means the next Regieleki is even more important for the other team. And everything been taken down. That was a wild fight up top. Looks like Regice was taken down by the tragic Umbreon. Sidgewai and Serena getting that good shred. Everything going well. Oh.
Nothing goes on as we go back into that goal. Rixo's about to score that 28 overcap. It was only 6 points scored, so not much of an overcap. The Tragic Toast gets caught out, gets engaged, and gets obliterated. That laser beam and that icy wind, bro. If you are getting melted and shot by bullets, that's what it looks like right there. Regieleki coming back up.
We have 8 seconds for Reggie. Yes. Regieleki is coming up.
What was I gonna say? RC, are you okay now? Nope, he is not okay. Don't worry, he's gonna be figuring out his situation. He'll join us momentarily.
Yes, my internet is back. Hello.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Alright, Regieleki getting started here in favor of Actual Trash. Actual Trash trying to finish it. Johnny goes in with his patented steal. Steals that Regieleki. That team steals it for a second time. Pushes it in. New Vet trying to be the veteran that he is. Catches that Glacier with an ult. Laser beams coming out left and right. Trying to just be the Spirit Shack of the Sidgewai. And trying to snipe one by one as Reggie's getting pushed in slowly. Tragic Toast in front of that Reggie walking in. Reggie is now getting abandoned by the backline, as they see that the team has too many strong defenses and aren't able to push it in.
Yes, sir. That knock-knock from Decidueye and the backline, just putting a ton of damage and pressure on the enemy team, was an excellent method to secure, while the rest of the team went in, tried to put some damage in. It was a very good, very solid backline, actually, from Tragic Umbreons that they seem to have gone with. Just having a ton of huge damage way in the back.
They have Gardevoir, they have Vit engaging for the frontline damage, and then you just got these two unkillable pink creatures, Blissey and Slowbro here, just doing what they need to do and helping the team out. Reggie Rock getting started, another contestant. Did that disappear? Yes, it did disappear. Nobody secured it. Rayquaza is up. Right now, Rayquaza in the new meta is not a must-get. Backdoor scoring is more of a threat now than ever with Zap out of this map.
It's very interesting because teams can decide to just forego a big objective and just go for points, and it, more often than not, is something that can decide entire games.
Alright, we got the TU over here trying to set up. They got 3 members in the bot lane poking in the bush. Jay getting found out. Tragic Toast just absorbing all that damage. Like I said, this is not a big requirement for people to take. They're being smart. There's somebody guarding that first tier go right in the bot. Nobody's starting that requires it, because if anybody backdoors, they're just going to engage on that back door. So somebody has to pull the trigger now, or they're going to lose this first match. Alright, everybody. Tragic Toast is trying to bait out a fight, walking up. Meep just sniping everybody up that bush. Dirty gets caught out. Everybody's just hovering. Vit and Machamp just kind of sizing each other out, just making sure they're denying anybody from that backdoor score. They are ahead, they're playing it correctly, but let's see what happens. They are very separated. If anybody gets caught right now and engages in a good fight, which Vit does, gets chased out. Birdboy trying to chase him. Vit knows that he's alone, trying to walk away. Birdboy just gonna not commit. Oh, interesting. He knows what he needs to do. I think his team is calling him back because it's a big team fight bot going on right here. A lot of pressure going on. Birdboy engages the backline.
Ooh, a beautiful escape.
Beautiful escape. He whiffs his ult. Birdboy trying to re-engage for his team. That's an ult coming up from Johnny. Doesn't kill nobody. Just chunks out. Here's a little ult coming out from Decidueye. Hits nobody. Everybody whiffing their top lane, getting backdoor scored. That was the perfect distraction for TU to come in right at the last 15 seconds. Scores that 100 points. Now they're putting pressure back on to actual trash.
10 seconds left. That is a good score.
5. Slowbo trying to score, isn't able to score. You got 6 points coming off, extra coming off from TU.
Look at that.
On the other team.
Look at that. A perfect backdoor covered by the Decidueye knock, keeping everybody pressured down in bot goal. Not able to push their advantage and forcing them to retreat. Not able to recall in time to stop that 100-point goal. A perfect backline push.
I'm telling you, Rayquaza is no longer required for a fight. So people who are fighting and getting caught out Rayquaza, guys, the meta from last season is the meta now still with this new map, with that backdoor scoring. That I can't even say it's meta because it was more like a stigma, like I used to say with Dreadnought. But you know, when you're ranking in solo queue or something, you see somebody back capping, that's always a bad sign that you're gonna lose. But now it's a good sign that you might possibly win these matches. All right, RC, back to you now if you want to go over these stats.
Yeah, just looking at all of the amazing things happening here, we can see that the team, it's Team Astonishingly Bad that's fighting today, right?
Yes, it's actual trash.
Actual Trash is today. Yeah, so we have Actual Trash who got a very early lead with some of their early stat things. Kept it throughout the entire game, but kind of stagnated here at about the 4-minute mark. While Tragic Umbreons with the late game mons like Decidueye and Gardevoir were able to start pulling it back for the rest of the game. It was very nice to see that.
That's freaking amazing. Tragic Umbreon taking that first win.
Yeah, the strong points scored here from Birdboy, JR, and Dirty. It was very strong presence up, but that 100-point score from Vit and the consistent points from Blissey and Slowbro, the nice tanks on their team, was able to actually keep up and get that win there. 79k on the Glaceon, and 79k on the Mew, and 58 on the Mamo. That Mamo went very ham this game, doing all the damage that they could need. And with the main Johnny on 69,000 with Gardevoir. They didn't really need the damage to pull that through. They managed to make it through just by surviving all those team fights and consistent pressure with those Regielekis.
Yeah, those steals on those Regielekis. Johnny getting the first one. The second one was it was Vit getting the first one. Johnny getting the second one. Actual Trash was actually like just playing by the book. They know what they needed to be. They pressured where they needed to do. They played as a perfectly cohesive team. When Rayquaza came up, though, I was saying before, that back cap strat is just going to be where it decides. You can see Machamp and Vit, just kind of sizing each other in the top lane. Vit baiting up that 3-man engage in top, which allowed that bot lane fight to happen and allowing, the rest of the team members coming late to that rotation, which kind of started that fight and allowed Vit to just kind of be ignored and just back cap, which started engaging more fights bot lane and just showing that Actual Trash wasn't able to defend and forgot about one player causing their loss.
What an amazing turnaround from Tragic Umbreons, being able to take Vit, the Serena, in top lane, getting caught out by 3 members of Actual Trash, and turning that into a 4-man push down bot that they then had to respond to. and then allowing Vit to follow through on the score they were trying to get in the first place, getting that victory. Absolutely beautiful.
That was that. I don't know if that was always part of their strat, but if that was, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful strategy, guys. You guys are setting a good example on the communication if that was the strat. Shen right now, he's getting everything set up for the second match. And hello, Mike. Yes, this is the finale. We're finishing everything today. So you're gonna see somebody champion. I can't fucking talk right. Somebody crowned champion today. There we go. Goddamn, Pico, what's wrong with you? It's the corona.
Oh no. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Even at my school, there's just scares everywhere. Hey guys, not coming into school today. You might all be infected. Great, thanks. I wanted to see that in my group me this week.
Alright, guys. So right now, our band picks for this second game is going to be Gardevoir for the actual trash team. And then the tragic Umbreons got hit with the Mew band. So we're just waiting for everyone to be ready. And we'll start on to the second match of game 1.
1 second. You said the Gardevoir ban is they're banning actual trash is banning Gardevoir and tragic is banning Mew.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, understood. Mew was a nuisance to them. We were talking about that laser beam earlier, and I was talking about, if you have a good Mew on your team, it's freaking amazing. That laser beam's gonna chunk, and I was comparing my experience to my solo queue things where there are some Mews who are just excited to be Mew and just kind of throw away the opportunity and the range and damage that Mew has. So seeing how actual trash played with Mew, tragic Umbreon's making an executive decision and banning Mew because that damage from that solo beam is so chunky. And I'm pretty sure you guys know why actual trash is banning Gardevoir right now.
We all know. It's that
Johnny,
early game and that late game.
What are you doing to them, Johnny? You're scaring everybody. Johnny has made a name for that, and I know you and Johnny play a lot, and you can back up Johnny 100% of the time. When you see Johnny on Gardevoir, it's always a scary time for everybody.
Absolutely. It's that late game, once the Guardy gets that ult, just being able to control such large areas of people, those future sights popping on characters like Mamo and Blissey over and over, just, you gotta watch out for it. And the same thing with that Mew. When you see a Mew and they hit that level 5, they can just be switching out those moves all the time. High tier, like high level, high skill Mew gameplay is insane to watch. Just watching them switch from like a solar beam light screen into like a surf coaching to just dash in, save one of their teammates into an agility electro ball just to get a few little small pecks, run away with agility, and then switch right back to solar beam for a big hit right at the end. Just the amount of persistence that Mew has to just be a source of damage constantly. It's unlimited. The potential is limitless. Yeah,
it just plays into everybody's play style. If you like range attacker, and just say you play Greninja, and you're like, what, I don't kind of like this. He doesn't have a good far range attack. He doesn't have much burst. Mew can accommodate to that. He has that laser beam, and then you're like, wait, I like the CC that Blastoise and Cram and Slowbro has with Surf, with pushing and knocking up. He's gonna be able to do that, and then all of a sudden, you have where Pikachu has a lock-on target move. He's like, he can also do that. And then when it comes to supports, he can do all the support moves. So, you know what I mean? He's so versatile with the match starting right now.
Yep, just everything you need all in one character. Just having 6-7 moves available to you. Just insane. And let's not forget the fact that the basic attack also does 3,000 damage. No big deal.
Depending on how far you are from them. So if you lock on the auto attack and just walk away, just know it feels like Glaceon's first, before they nerfed her, what's that move? Icicle Spear. It's just all that in one damage. So it's crazy. All right. Oh, talking about that Greninja, talking about he has no, good range abilities. There's meat with Greninja. No more Decidueye. He's coming in with that Greninja.
That Floatstone Greninja coming in hot with a attack. Oh, the double stacking Trevenant, Aeos, and Attack Way. Stacking Serena, the classic. Stacking Mime with special attack specs. That's just illegal.
If there's going to be a lot of stacking, you think they're going to run that 1-1-3 or stay 2-1-2?
I don't know, because on this map, it is very easy to stack with just the bushes all over the place. Even
Yeah,
with
that
when the Natsus were around, you could stack with literally anyone.
Yeah, you just smack and score, smack and score. But the good thing about that Natu's being gone before is that you would always have to fight correctly because the Natus can get stolen and give a lot of experience back to the other team. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna be going and getting ready for that bot lane fight.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Johnny, Delphox Jungle. Okay.
Yep, it's going to be interesting here because both JR and Noms were called out for their mains here today. Mew and Gardevoir have been banned, and so instead they've decided to take it 1v1. It's personal now. They're both going Delphox to try and see who can be the most useful with their secondaries.
Delphox is basically another Gardevoir, but with more CC. A little bit less damage, but the cooldowns and the damage potential from a fully level 11 Delphox is so scary late game is that he can, if he's playing X speed, they can just kind of kite you the whole way. You just can't catch him.
Yes, sir. Oh my goodness, sorry to interrupt you, but Bird Boy here took a L as Charmander up here up top, and Bounce Sweet doing a masterful dodge to try and get away, but the X-Speed Blissey was just enough to get the kill on. We've got 2 kills up here in top lane already, and the ganks didn't even happen yet.
That's a big fight. Now that Charmander's behind, I can see him up there trying to get back ahead there. We still have 3 members up top if you want to relate what's going on there. Nothing special going on in bot lane.
Yes, sir. This is Trevenant getting some stacks in. That 1 stack has already put it in a place to be a threat in the top lane. And a little bit of a gank here from Breakson as well to get those bees. And actual trash is going to go down and get some of the center farm that's about to spawn here.
Yeah, what happened bot lane was that the birds. I almost said bees. I thought I said bees, but the birds came up. Mime got caught out. Tragic Umbreon took advantage of that and killed them, and now Dirty's back in there, level 4, Jay level 5, with Rick as level 5 and Meek down here as level 5. So
absolutely, the birds and the bees are something important to keep lookout for. It's going to be a while for the next one though. But in center, it looks like we're going to have a little spawn here, and the Glaceon is staying in center, or staying in top lane. And the Charmander has instead gone to jungle to try and catch up.
Bird Boy trying to be living up to his name, trying to get those birds secured. Jay right behind him, able to secure some of it, gets level 6 and fully evolves into a Delphox. Nothing special going on now. Everybody's farming, getting ready for the next fight. Milteek going back to her lane, up top lane. Bot lane getting ganked, possibly by Johnny Nam. That's down here now.
Another stack by the Steenie, but I don't think they're getting out of that one. Trevenant, Focus Band procs, but they're just slightly too... Oh, a branch poke takes a... Oh! 1 step away from the Citrus Berry. That Charmander having absolutely no problems catching up to anyone, not having to slow down at all to keep those basic attacks up, is devastating for someone trying to get away. Stacking on that Charmander is a menace.
Alright, we got a bit of a mismatch here. We had 3 members bot lane when that was going on, while top lane had 3 members breaking their top goal, overcapping by at least 10-15 points. Reggie Lucky is up, and I'm curious to see what the rotations are. It seems like everybody's hitting top here. Meat trying is only level 7, but it's a good thing he's level 7 while he was in lane. So now he has his ability to use all of his movesets. We got Johnny here trying to hit level 9 before that Regieleki fight in his jungle, about to secure it now. Ooh, nice moves. Johnny with that little Statue of Liberty dash and shooting that mystical fire. Oh, Bird Boy! Bird Boy, is he in there? What is going on? I don't even know none of the names. People getting slammed. A lot of explosions. You see fireworks. Papa is about to be Mama Milked. Oh, sir, I lied. He survives with a little bit of his health. Bird Boy's just trying to catch him. Doesn't catch nobody, but he does get caught out and kill somebody by himself. Vic getting caught out himself. Rick's right behind him, trying to pump that damage. Johnny Noms putting out some mystical fire with some dashes. Takes 1 down. Doesn't take him. The clone out, or is he not the clone? Because Jay wins that fight, hits level 9, 1 HP, and walks out with a quad, healing on his base, defending his team, and making sure that Regieleki is not started and waiting for his team to get started.
What an insane fight up top there. Just opening up with 2 of the strongest ults in the game. Charizard ulting into all of the squishies in the back line. And Delphox just throwing an ult out on all 5 members. If Charizard hadn't ulted, that would have been a terrible, terrible engage for actual trash. But that perfectly timed ult, turning all the squishy he's into mincemeat and getting all that damage in, and saved his entire team and allowed them to just barely squeak out a victory in that team fight, having just a smidge left. Oh!
Regieleki secured by New Vet. Yes, what's going on?
sorry to interrupt, but if someone can clip that, that is the highlight of this match right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
that big Delphox just doing that quad as Tragic Umbreon successfully gets that Regieleki, pushes him top. It goes in. They got some scores. Catches Jay out in the back line in front of his own goal. Scores on his body and destroys their top 2-tier goal, establishing their dominance up 220 to 136. Tragic Umbreons slowly steamrolling that top lane.
Yes,
Right,
sir.
right,
That is a
right.
lot of work in here.
It is a lot of work. They're doing a lot of things. Papa trying to be dirty. I'm dirty, pushing him off his goal, but he sees Delphox behind him as he engages, but he catches Mime perfectly. The rest of the team engages, starting to catch that Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime ults, dances his microwave Jackson out, successfully lives on that goal. Jay backlining. Ulting coming out. I don't know which Delphox put that all down, but it is down. Mime goes down, and so does Jay with that little egg bomb, and Johnny finishing off.
And while all that is going on, actual Trash over here putting in a solid roughly 50 points into that top, no, 70 points on that top goal going in, making it real dangerous for that next Aleki fight that's going to be popping up. Umbreons are going to have to respond to that.
They wasn't able to respond to that because what they did for that response, actually, I'm sorry, is that they broke bottom goal first tier and overcapped by another 20. At least another 20. So it still holds the lead 293 to 206. And oh, Mr. Mime being a little cheeky, putting some more points in that first tier goal. Not only 4 points left for Tragic Umbreon's first tier goal. That second tier goal is still up for Tragic Umbreon's. They did reply by destroying their goals, but the game is still pretty close. Don't look at the goals as a sign of dominance right now because the point is only 60-point difference. And we still have 3 minutes left in this match.
Ooh, offensive fireworks and a Mime showtime. With Blissey, with a Bliss assistance onto the Mime, trying to keep him alive, just barely keeps him alive because Mime cannot be killed easily. And a double kill with one Mystic Fire from Johnny now. This is Delphox. Oh my gosh, everyone is dead!
New vet engaging on that backline. He dived in, started stomping, and once he started stomping, people started dropping. New vet being that Serena he needs to be. I was saying that before, that Serena is scary. I was complimenting, who was it? From Kingslayer, and that reminds me of a very good Serena player. And Vitstorm showing that he's a very good Serena player also. Going in, killing that backline, and just making sure that his team kills everybody, gets that Regieleki as they slowly march it in. Are they gonna march it in? No, they're not. If I was them, I would have done it just for the fact that now if it goes in, it's automatically a good time for your team because you're gonna be in the big lead if you're able to score, push that in, and you wouldn't really have to worry about the Rayquaza fight as much.
Yeah, but there's something else to consider is the fact that you know that their goals are gone. All 5 of them are going to have to defend this Regieleki. They have the whole map to themselves right now, and they have been using that very well. Well,
So I
Serena
said
taking a hit to
that
push in
about-
the Aleki, but
Yes,
other
I
than
was about to
that,
say
yeah.
that when I was mentioning that they should be pushing in, it seems like New Vit had the same idea, but his team was like, you can do your own thing, went in, died, but he is now up again and back with this.
Whoa!
And there it is, we got a big bush fight going on over here. Bush
I
fight
have-
coming out left and right. Jay getting caught up. That's an O coming up from me. Lands on Delphox. Delphox goes down. Milk Tea trying to escape with her life. Successfully does it. I do not know.
I have never seen a Trevenant die that fast in my entire life. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
there was a lot of fire. If you want to say Smokey the Bear wasn't in that fight, you were right. Because that was deadly and a big forest fire coming out and making sure Trevenant was completely demolished. Even with that fight going on, this fight is still stalled out. Rayquaza halfway through, about to be a quarter. It seems like they know they need this Rayquaza, starting to engage on it, but wasn't able to successfully take that Rayquaza as Vit and Rick and Johnny Knobs now engaging in this big fight. Goes in favor of Tragic Umbreon's. Dirty trying to just do 30 things with his hand as a mime, trying to survive, touching Papa over here, but Papa does not give a damn as his team was behind him, putting in that damage, and now it's 293 to 231. 4 kill, quad kill, going back to Johnny. Who was it earlier? Jay doing that earlier, and now the Delphox from Tragic Umbreon's Johnny Nams making a big effort, killing all those players with that big quad. 393 to 231, and it seems like we have Tragic Umbreons moving on to the semis.
Absolutely, what a devastating fight.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I went to go look, and you were completely correct. He's like, I've never seen a tree die that fast. While I was talking all that smack, I didn't even see the tree in the first place. I just see Jay getting caught up by Greninja ulting over that wall near Rayquaza and hitting him where that big tornado is while Delphox was standing and instantly taking him out.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen a Trevenant die before their leech, their horned leech ever went finished. That was the fastest I've ever seen a tree die in the history of this character.
Yes, yeah, and he's known as one of the longest surviving defenders. It's him, Slowbro, and Snorlax. If
Probably
he has
Crustle.
Oh, Crustle too, but it depends if Crustle's going crit. So the only way that Crustle can survive so long is that his 6 legs carry him so fast that he's like basically an F1 car running around and just getting away from fights.
Well, there's that, and also his ult just doubling his health bar with shield is just so much damage you have to get through. You can pump 15,000 damage into a Crustle, and they could walk away like it's nothing.
Yeah, you see why Crustle had those beady eyes? It's because you ain't doing no work to him.
Nothing.
Alright, if you want to go over these stats, congratulations, Tragic Umbreon, semifinals advancement.
Absolutely. You can see the Tragic Umbreons here taking a lead right at that 4-minute mark. Once again, that first Alecki, they are excellent at managing to secure that and push it through to get that lead in the mid game. Actual Trash maintaining a bit of a steady climb throughout the whole game, but it is just not enough when those team fights are just devastating, because Delphox's ult, that Fanciful Fireworks, reduces healing, and that just is such a good counter to Trevenant, tossing it onto him right before he does his Horn Leech, and then emptying your team's damage into him, finally enough to actually kill him. Having that healing strategy on the Trevenant just does not work so well against it. Oh my goodness. On the side of the stats, though, Trevenant, in spite of that, still gets 149 points scored over the course of the game. 69 and 75 from the Blissey and Delphox, respectively. For actual Trash, 61 points on the Blissey, 76 on the Mime. Lots of points scored there, trying to keep it as even as possible. And on the damage side of things, look at it. It's disgusting. 69,000 on a Trevenant. Look at that. Look at that. 100,000 damage taken.
With the 69, the meme score, baby. Let's go.
It's beautiful. And also infuriating. 50k damage healed. 96k damage healed on the Blissey. With 77k damage taken. 136,000 damage on Johnny Noms' Delphox. JR's Delphox, no slouch, with 90k damage.
He did incredible.
Absolutely, all the players did. And Bird Boy with that 65,000 damage, and I wouldn't be surprised if a third of that came from just that first ult in the first Regieleki.
He was in there like swimwear. He did not care. Did what he needed to, and that's one of the plays where Jay got that first quad, because Bird Boy engaged right before that Reggie, caught a few members, chunked them down so much where Jay was doing what he needed to do, just launching spells from the backline, taking them out one by one, getting him that quad. But Johnny was like, if you can do that, I can do it better. But that Rayquaza fight comes in, kills everybody, gets quads himself, and that's one of the reasons why Johnny outdamaged Jay, because that big fight at the end, remember, everybody now has their health up, their tanks are more tanky, there's just everybody having their health up. So when Johnny is now pumping damage, he's also boosting his own damage dealt numbers because everybody has so much health. But even regardless of that health, he is just gonna melt them, which gave him them quads.
Yeah, and in spite of that, even at second Regieleki, I don't know if you saw that, but everybody chasing the tail of Delphox in that second Regieleki fight, Noms was able to just systematically Mystic Fire, and after a double kill, just one-shot Charizard and Delphox immediately after, just getting 4 kills right there, just Mystic Fire after 2,000 damage on 2-second cooldown Mystic Fire. It was outrageous.
It was. That was an incredible fight. Congratulations to Tragic Umbreon's actual Trash played amazing. You cannot knock that team. The way they played, they moved as a cohesive unit. They've been in my tournaments and Shin's tournaments before, and we were always told, and with our own eyes, witness how great that team is. Sadly, they didn't make it to the semifinals, but they put up a good fight. They are not a slouch. So if you guys are looking to get ready for your own competitive team, or looking to just have a taste of some competitive play. Ask these guys for a scrim if you guys get a chance to, because these guys are willing to just go out there, play with you guys. They're really nice to the community. They're always looking to play against other people because they want to get better like everybody else. And don't be shy to reach out to them. Shout out to Actual Trash. Shout out to Jay. Make sure to go drop them a follow and all that stuff. If you see any TTV members on the team, make sure to go drop them all a follow if you guys want to go to support them. They played beautifully, and congrats to TU moving on to the semifinals. Right now, we have the Gumi Goobers going against OTN Saturns, some of the top teams in the league right now.
Absolutely. It is going to be a massive, massive chaotic bout.
Okay, so what's OTN? The sister team, it was I would say Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. Saturn stayed. Mars had to drop, which is completely fine. Still have a representative from Autonauts here, and the Autonauts, Saturn, they had a chance to be the top team in the league. Astonishingly bad did take that spot, but they are also not a slouch. Like, this is like what, break second, third team going against each other right now. So it's gonna be a bloodbath. If you want to see more competitive play, be sure to keep your eye on this match right here. There's a lot of really good players. When I was mentioning Spoopy earlier, Spoopy's playing for the Gumi Goobers. As you can see his name on the screen right now, on the left side. Really, really great player. We got Vaporeon, Midnight, and Bing starting with the Gumi Goobers' first match. We are waiting for the rest of OTN Saturn to come on in. We got TC plus bag. I thought it was TCT bags before, but
yeah, I thought it was team bags.
So we got
Terrible.
We got TC bags, we got Slimp, we got Moshi. These guys are also in chat earlier. They were paying attention to see how everybody was playing. So I'm sure both of these teams know what to expect now if they see certain players pick certain mons. So it's gonna be even better because now it's all about the mind game. You seen how Tragic Umbreon did that backdoor scoring? They are now more alert now, because now if anybody wins this match and ends up fighting Tragic Umbreons later, they know what the strat is now. So now if I was Tragic Umbreon, I would also pay attention to this match, because you won't know who you're going to be running into. The backdoor meta is crazy, and I'm sure both of these teams know what to do. All right, we got everybody loaded in. We got, oh, right there, Gecko MPTTV. Be sure to go check them out too. I think doesn't who was it? TC Bags also stream?
Yes. So
yes.
If we're gonna mention the streamers on this match right now, we know that Spoovy streams. We know that Vaporeon streams. I know that TC Bag streams, of course, Gecko, and also I believe Slimp as well streams. Correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but that's what I've seen right now via Twitter.
Nice. All right, all the teams are loaded in. We're gonna be waiting. Shin's handling all the stuff in the background right now. He's gonna give us the go when everybody's ready to go. What are the bands? Have you seen any of the bands yet, Shin?
Yes, we have Mr. Mime and we have Gengar.
Gengar band.
Yes, Gengar is really good this meta, this season.
Bro. I've seen Gengar in like about 80% of my matches as a jungler. And what's sad is that when I jungle, I like playing the Decidueye jungle. Like I was mentioned before, I'm a big Razor Leaf, Leaf Storm, X Attack kind of guy. Because I know with Gengar, even if you could snipe him, he can dodge it easily if he just engages on you. You know what I mean? So that's one of my counters, because the way he has to engage, if you guys ever played him or played against him, there's one move called Hex where, you know, he has to teleport to you. Once he lands one of his abilities onto you, he can repeatedly use Hex. So as a Decidueye, you know, if you know he's going to jump right on you, Leaf Storm is so good because you can cause him to miss the initial burst of damage, and then his Hex will get canceled. And now Hex is reset, and if you're playing Razor Leaf, you can burst him faster than he can burst you. So, but he is very scary. Once he catches you and he's slumping, you're slumping yourself. So, good band. Mr. Mime, another big new meta Pokemon. Like, how do you feel about Mime so far?
Oh man, I use Mime. Oh, sorry.
Go. You go.
No, go ahead, Lord C. Let me answer this question real quick in the Discord. So go ahead.
Yeah, Mime is the most common Pokemon to be taken right now in the game, and understandably so. The most accurate description I have seen of him lately is he is every class at once, and it's just very accurate because he has enough health that he just will not die. His defense and special defense is insane. You can pump so much damage into him. He can win 3v1s without even breaking a sweat. He has enough with his ult. He has enough speed to just dive into the back line easily. He cannot be stunned. Cannot pray to any deity before your squishies are obliterated. Because the amount of damage he puts out is the same as a speedster or an attacker. Psychic putting out like 2,000 damage every 4 seconds is insane.
That's what the matter is. It's that power swap link with that big psychic explosion. Both teams are ready. Okay, nice. What were you trying to say about my mission?
Oh, I was just saying that I've been using him like no tomorrow, and I love that champion left and right. I take back what I said about him earlier when the game came out. I thought he was the worst support ever, but
he wasn't a support, and he still isn't.
He was the worst support ever because he wasn't a support.
He was damaged.
He was a low-key attacker.
But yeah,
he was a speedster. That confusion damage was insane, and now psychic damage is just as bad.
Yep. All right,
the mech is yours.
The match is now starting. We have players spamming that Mew and Glaceon on both teams.
Yes, sir. And we've got the Oceania meta Venusaur here with Assault Vest and Focus Sash. Interesting.
I don't blame that Assault Vest because you have Glaceons and Mews and Delphox and Gardevoirs just obliterating people. So I no longer want to, make fun of that Assault Vest anymore because it's actually going to come into handy, like really handy. Before it was the Cinderace, Greninja, the Decidueye meta where all the attack damage is where you need defense, so people didn't care about the Assault Vest. But now they're, just buffing all these special attackers that now it's more of a thing to play on your defender.
Yes, sir, and not to mention that, but look at that, we've got a return of the Tree Bags Trevenant carry with Elgisash, Attack Weight, and Aeos Cookie just trying to survive and obliterate during those team fights. And we've got three total experience shares on this map, and one on Blissey.
And one on Snorlax as he invades Salafit in the jungle, successfully takes that buff, and now he's trying to walk away from Salafit. Moshi coming in, Moshi saying hi to Bing over here, and just Bing just trying to survive and just cog block as much as he can against the other team, trying to make sure that the other team are busy, not getting farmed, and just focusing on him while the rest of the team is handicapped and now no longer have their players in the map.
Too bad Mew basic attack still does 3,000 damage even at level 2.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
Talking about, as soon as I was saying about the invade, TCT was in TC Bags was also invading the jungle here, now getting caught up by Midnight and Miraidon, and goes down with that big solar beam. Interesting start there. I was surprised to see that. Ooh, Gecko and Botlane getting caught up here. Bing and Spoopy. Remember, Bing has a Snorlax, a lot of early damage with his little belly button move over there. The body.
That tackle, yeah.
Yeah, and then Spoopy just being Spoopy, pumping out that damage. He's not playing Azu, but Lucario still has a lot of damage once he gets his close combat as he gets out, and so does Bing after stacking a few more points.
I've never actually thought about that, but up here in top lane, watching Midnight, you can actually use the early game light screen on Mew as something to prevent stacks. Because it says it's a knockback, you can actually shove them out of their score animation and off the goal so they can't just spam the button. Very nice.
Yeah, what's really cool about that is that they also did Mr. Mime's light wall the same way in the beginning of the match, the light screen. So that's a really nice carryover for Mew to also have.
Mew is really just kind of an anti-tank, anti-speedster character with that light screen.
Yeah, we've got a big fight going over those Alterias there. It seems like Salafit is level 7, and Miraidon is also level 7, about to hit level 8. So it seems that team I'm over here trying to remember names. Goober is over here catching out TCT Back's top lane, engaging in that fight, and Midnight just chilling by himself. Catch the tree up top. And nothing special going on bot lane here.
You can tell that Aeos Cookie is absurd on Trevenant. You can tell they have most of their stacks now because Trevenant survived for about 8 seconds by themselves in a 1v4. Outrageous. That kind of survivability is only available on that kind of character.
Alright, we got Gecko here, Spoopy. Remember, I told you, Spoopy's a scary dude when he's by himself, and it seems like Gecko is not scared of him. As a Pupitar going against Spoopy level 8, Gecko level 6, engaging this fight in the bush. They are fighting like they are camping each other out, but Gecko plays smart, backs out, knowing that his damage is from Dark Pulse, uses it, backs out, chunks out Spoopy. Spoopy's out of lane, out of position, and is no longer able to engage in fights as...
Up top here, we've got the Muse going into each other. Glaceon throws out an ult here. Ivysaur just trying to get out a little bit, and the solar beams are flying around.
Just a lot of things just flying left and right. It feels like it's a war zone. We just see missiles coming left and right, just engaging on each other here.
Glacial stage in the trenches, giving some people trench foot because oh, that icy wind is doing damage. That block saved Snorlax's life.
Yes, that was a beautiful timing there. You got that engage coming up from T-Bags here. Wasn't able to engage, hits a wall, gets chunked out by that icy wind. Oh, Variety does not get it. There was a lazy beam, engages with icy wind, catches one of the members, nothing on their head. They're gonna dominate that goal. Block coming out, pushing out bags, making sure his bags are out of reach of his team members as the rest try to damage him off.
Yeah, both teams trying to prepare for this Aleki fight. Well, another glacial stage from Saturn. Just trying to push in on the Altaria farm. Just trying to get some stage control over here.
Alright, you just stay up there and keep looking. I'll keep an eye down here.
Alright, Max Speed block has taken the team out of the fight completely, but oh, they're not able to get out. Snorlax just take a kill there, but they are taken out.
Bot lane here, Spoopy being really, really aggressive, but Gecko playing really smart. There's a 2-level difference. Spoopy level 10, Gecko level 8 is not able to get Tyranitar yet. So Spoopy has his ult and everything ready, but he is still getting chunked out and pushed off base against a level 8 Gecko.
Midnight getting a beautiful surf kill here, just dashing all the way into the enemy backline just for that tiny bit of damage while they're trying to get away. The Mew solar beams come out trying to get a steal, but they do not have enough damage, and they are able to secure it with the Goomy Goobers. Goomy Goobers get a Regieleki, and they're pushing this outer goal here on top.
Quick update, Spoopy down here still fighting Gecko. Gecko's still level 8. Spoopy was able to dump 40 in his face, or was it 30? I think it was 30. Just so then there's 24 points in the bot lane here, and Gecko knowing he's behind, trying to get some farm to become Tyranitar and able to fight Spoopy. Spoopy's about to catch him off here. Fight goes down. Gecko gets caught out by that close combat, and power up punch finally goes down. After beefing with each other for the past 3 minutes on goal, Spoopy now walking up and now getting zoned out by the rest of the team. What's the bot lane objective here? It's Regirock. Regirock is up, and the rest of the team from OTN is not down here, starting that Regirock. Spoopy's been down here alone for a while, making sure that the other member, which was Gecko he was fighting against, wasn't able to score backdoor and steal any farm as Spoopy gets ahead level 11. Now trying to get Tess against this Regirock. Midnight is not down here shooting some laser beam. Gets caught out. Spoopy goes in, wasn't able to secure it as Moshi said, Moshi, here's the laser beam, takes him out, gets the Regirock and a kill. Going in favor of Autonauts right here. Big fight going off over here. Bing just engaging with his heavy slam, going to sleep. Oh, coming out from Slip. Oh, coming up from Vaporeon. Things just happening left and right.
A Bliss assistance on the Glaceon as well.
Yeah, and they're just getting obliterated now here. They are getting caught up. Midnight is about to go down. Escapes when Rhydon engages. Wasn't able to engage. Gets caught out. Moshi, Mew over here surfing out. Beautiful use of that move reset. Goes out and just disengages from that fight. As that fight goes in favor of OTN. What's crazy is that fights are going in favor of OTM, but if you look at the score right now, it's 155 to 26. So it seems like the Goomy Goobers are just doing what they need to. They're not worried about the fights. They're more worried about the scores, which is correct. And, you know, they just know for a fact, even though they lose fights, they're still ahead, and they just got to play a bit more smart here and just avoid the fights coming out from OT and Saturn because they need to win those fights, need to get caught back into this game, and they need to just obliterate the rest of the team so they are able to score on goal here.
You know, another thing to worry about is a lot of those points came from that Regieleki. This second Regieleki is up, and they could even things up here, Saturn, if they get this and are able to push Goomy Goobers out. Bot lane still has one member each, though, so it's not quite a full commitment, and it looks like this Regieleki isn't even going to happen. The Saturn is going to be quite a bit behind here, or coming into this Rayquaza.
Yeah, Spoopy was a bit aggressive there. He went in alone against 3 members and got shot out by Mew Solar Beam. So I don't think they understood that Mew was really good with Solar Beam. If he lands his move, it doesn't matter who you are. You are just going to get melted. So you got to watch out for that. Now, it's just going to be getting ready for this Rayquaza. Remember, guys, Gooby does not need this Rayquaza. Backdoors are a thing, and they still have their first tier goals up. It is very, very hard to defend first tier goals right now if you don't play correctly.
Yep, speaking of which, Trevenant in a perfect position to score 52 here. Don't, though. They want this Rayquaza, and they want to get this team fight in.
Goes down as soon as you said team
a
fight.
Beautiful bliss
Venusaur
assistance.
catches one of the members, goes down, gets another member down. We still have 5 members up from OT and Saturn. Rayquaza is started. Vaporeon is zoned out from this fight, and T-Bags is trying to zone out Midnight. He's getting chunked out, but it seems like Rayquaza goes in favor of OTN. Now let's see if they can actually capitalize on these scores here.
Goomy
And
Goobers
I'm
are
pretty
back
sure they do
up.
because the members are up, but they're not. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this first tier score here because it's going to take them too long to stop here. As I said, that T-Bags on that first tier goal bot lane, second tier goal on top. Tyranitar destroys that, putting them 155 to 326. And another 50 goes onto Glacier, taking advantage of the Rayquaza. 155 to 426 now. Salafit gets caught up, Miraidon and Bing catching them. And now they are putting their back on the ropes. They got to retaliate and score at least 300 points to win this freaking match here. We got 3 members here on the first tier goal, trying to just block and defend Miraidon, just engaging the Mew. Mew ults, becomes invincible and invisible, getting his team out of that first tier goal, allowing that to happen, knowing that they're ahead. 255 to 426, nice. 20 seconds left in the match.
So they're gonna have to defend this.
Still pushing this second tier goal. They're gonna have to defend it. Do they successfully do?
You going back?
A lot of damage coming out there. Oh yeah, you're right. I did not see that, but Vaporeon.
Ooh, very close. Almost able to score.
Glaceon was able to score. Sorry, I said Vaporeon. Glaceon wasn't able to score.
If Glaceon had maybe 2 less points, they would have scored because their Snow Cloak procced and kept them from getting picked up.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful comeback from Saturn. 155 was all that Goomy Goobers could score, as Saturn just won that Rayquaza fight, just flipped the back on them, picking them off one by one, zoning beautifully, gets a Rayquaza, and come back with that beautiful score. If you want to read those stats off, RC, now's your turn.
Sure. We got Midnight scoring 100 in for the Goomy Goobers here. And 8 kills on the Miraidon Glaceon. And they may not have been winning those team fights, but they were putting in that work. They're trying to keep them all out. Outside of that Rayquaza, they didn't get a lot of points here. They really just got 22 off of the Trevenant. And Goomy Goobers had a good job walling them out, but that final team fight they fell prey to. They were a little too worried about Rayquaza. And they ended up getting caught up in there. Because OTN Saturn actually fully committed to that Rayquaza. You saw Trevenant even sacrificing a free score to try and push in on it.
Which was a good thing, because if he scored then, I don't think that he would be able to move in time to help zone and like catch those back members, because he was already in the back. He was getting ready to score on that top goal. But as he was rotating down, they started that fight right in front of the Rayquaza pit. Venusaur ulted, killing one of the members, and you know how Venusaur ults, it spreads and explodes around it. So as they were in the club, the rest of the team also got chunked, and they just kind of walked in from the back. You know, Trevenant is very scary when you see when you're low and you see Trevenant coming, you know you're not going to win that fight, because he's just going to heal and pump up a massive amount of damage while just CCing you and zoning out. So they had to get pushed out so they can't get caught up by Trevenant, and they took advantage of that. Big play, big play.
Yep, just getting caught in that bad position just a little bit. And the Gooby Goobers looking for some backdoor scores probably would have been more effective. Well, since they already had that advantageous position.
They did, but they also didn't want to get backdoor themselves. So that's what I mean. It's going to be a mind game now, because that backdoor meta is now back, and people are going to be like, well, how do we defend this? How do we spread out here? While they're thinking about that, they just got caught out in a big fight and successfully going in favor of Saturn. They took advantage of that fight and won that first match. So it's 0-1 or Autonaut Saturn right now as we get ready for the next match.
Yes, sir. 93k damage on Miraidon's Glaceon, 78k on the Goomy Goobers Mew as well, and 108,000 damage for Saturn's Moshi doing Mew damage. Ow. class. What kind of Mew difference is this? I don't think I've ever seen a Mew do so much damage.
What's the gap right now? I'm already in the main menu.
What's the gap? It was just an extra 30k on the dot, 1,000 damage from Saturn's Moshi, which is just crazy. That's as much damage as some other characters did in this match.
Yep, as I was saying before, Moshi coming in with that laser beam and just bang, just chunking and killing everybody from the background. Alright, RC, whenever you're ready, we can get you in here. Alright, what's going on right now, Shin? Hello?
We are waiting for the bands. We're getting the
Okay.
bands ready.
Banned.
Cool. How did you feel about that last match? Like, did you see
Yes,
like
I
some of
saw.
the meta,
That
some of the
was-
metas and stuff that people were playing, and how do you feel about like all those plays that you saw just there?
It was very intense. Like, to be honest, like I was trying to go back and forth to try to get enough footage of Spooby and Gecko going at it. They're having their own little
Yeah, they just
fight
having the whole
going.
fisticuffs. They were in a boxing ring down there.
Yeah, shout out to Canelo fight tonight. Hope he wins, but but that's that was basically what was going on, and it was mainly that fight was just to be honest, it was a 4v4 for like a good 8 minutes of that match, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden like that backdoor came in. Not sure what was going on. I know that Spooby at one point was just going in. Yes, he was putting in work, but he also got caught out at the same time. So I don't know what their strategy is for this matchup, but we do have our bands and the T-Bags. Sorry, the Otternauts go with the with the Gengar band.
Still with the
So-
Gengar band. Interesting.
So let's get that underway. And Tyranitar will be the next band for the Goomies.
Tyranitar wasn't played in that last match.
I didn't see Tyranitar at all, but
That's an interesting band.
I guess Tyranitar was giving Spooby trouble.
Oh right,
Yeah.
he was. I'm sorry, because I still I'm in my head. I remember Pupitar. I don't remember seeing Tyranitar because I was watching that bot fight go off, and I was like, wait, Tyranitar. I was like, oh yeah, that's obviously that's what freaking Spoopy was fighting about. And I apologize, guys. My brain is everywhere. I'm trying to remember plays from last match, but yeah, you are right. There was a Tyranitar because Spoopy was fighting Tyranitar bot lane in that boxing match, as I mentioned it, and I just had short-term memory. But the way back to that fight. I know it wasn't a big highlight fight going on down there, but the way Gecko was playing it was beautiful because he had a big disadvantage against Spoopy, who was already 2 levels above him. It was like a level 10 to level 8 fight against like a Pupitar down there, and Gecko and then before that it was level 8 to level 6. So Gecko was trying to just take advantage of him having Dark Pulse. He will stay on base, and Spoopy wasn't able to pump enough damage to him while he was on base. So he'll fight Spoopy on base, and then Spoopy will lure him out to that bush, and Gecko will come out to that bush, knowing that he just can't sustain a long fight, gets 2 moves off, chunks him for half his health, walks away, and Spoopy is now like half his health, trying to just make sure that he stays down there and just not able to rotate to his team. So Spoopy trying to take advantage of that situation, but it got turned on them because Gecko was playing smart. He has his berries behind him. He is on go. He's healing. And he just keeps walking back up to Spoopy, chunking him left and right. And Spoopy can't commit to that full fight. So now that he's getting chunked out, Spoopy has to walk back onto goal and heal. And that's the only chance that Gecko was able to farm during that match. So he played that beautifully. Spoopy wasn't getting outclassed, just a little bit outmatched playing against Tyranitar on base. On base. I'm not saying the difference in players, it's just the situation.
Real quick, so we have a sub. So tactically, Tech will be subbing for
Oh, there he
Vaporeon,
is.
and
Hey,
we're just waiting for Team Goomies to let me know that they're ready. In the meantime, I forgot to mention this. This stream's also sponsored by Spice. I am partnered with Spice. I'm not sure if you guys saw my tweets, but if you use your phone and scan that barcode, it will take you to my profile. follow me. I'll be using the Spice app in future events for Pokemon Unite. Basically, it will make a custom room that way I don't have to go in and make it so, like, let's say we do like a Chaos League event, but it's more like not a Chaos League, let's say like a fashion show, right? As I mentioned before on my tweets, or an All-Star League, thanks to Cloud's Bad for the information on that. Instead of making a whole new server for that, I can just have a channel for temporarily. Once that's all over, boom, I hit end, and there it goes. It disappears. So again, Spice has hit me up to partner. So if you guys want to support the stream, please hit that barcode and follow me for future events. With that said, we are ready for our next match. Pika and RC, the mic is yours.
Here we go.
So the ban was Tyranitar and who else? I slipped my mind.
And Gengar. That Gengar is
Gengar.
dangerous.
Yes, very dangerous. But it
Unfortunately,
seems like no, go ahead.
unfortunately, now that means the Mime and Mew meta is in full swing. Look at that.
Yep. We're gonna see
no.
Mime, Mew, and
Mine,
Glaceon.
Glaceon too. Yes, I was about to say that.
That's
Yep.
perfect mirror match. You have Spoopy now on Machamp, another player that's that plays with close combat right there. Bing back on that Snorlax, Bags back on that Trevenant, and Gecko on that Venusaur. The way Gecko was playing Tyranitar was actually pretty scary against Spoopy because he was playing so smart. But who was Venusaur on their team before? I think it was Salafed. Oh no, it was Slimp. Slimp was playing that, and Slimp with that beautiful Venusaur ult is what gave him that advantage in that Rayquaza fight, because that ult chunked out half the team, which allowed the rest of the team members to kind of slowly wipe the opposing team.
Yep. Now let's see how the players are gonna start this early match, because now they have a lot of strong early game players. So this first set of contested farm is going to be a big deal.
We got Gecko in the bot lane with Slimp. We got Venusaur and Mime going against Spoopy. And where is his other member? Oh, Bing is his other member as he engages in that jungle invade again, catching Salafit out of position, about to chunk him. Slimp going in to back him up in that jungle. And there is Moshi Mosh with that laser beam just catching him, blocking him, going from the escape route over there. And he's gonna slowly go down. It's 2v1. Trying to fight it off, wasn't able to. Snip clapping his hands in his face and not his cheeks, takes him down. Spoopy, he's not a stranger to this invade, because him being alone in lane is actually really good for him. He's always been accustomed to that 1-1-3 stat, and with Bing just invading gives the chance for Spoopy to take all the farm he needs to hit level 5 bot lane pretty early, pretty fast, and pretty efficient.
Yes, sir. These first Altaria is coming in. Moshi just narrowly dodging that Solar Beam up top here. And the Glaceon gank doing well, just getting them all the farm they need. But Trevenant able to steal a few with Mew's Solar Beam. He levels up and tries to go for a stat, but nearly dies for. And yep, is taken out because Solar Beam is an entire bush of coverage. Rough.
Indeed, we had as Glaceon gank top lane, the other Glaceon gank bot lane gave a little bit of a advantage to Gecko and Slip down here, going for that farm. It's level 4, level 5 Spoopy, and level 5 Gecko. And where is the other member? Stop running so damn fast. Mine, here he is, in the bush as a level 5. So they are one level ahead against Bing right now. Bing hits level
Yep,
5.
Tree Bags just desperately going for their stacks. It looks was finally able to get it with the gank from Salafit here. Saturn now has a very stacked Trevenant. That's going to be dangerous in the mid game, and Regieleki still a ways off. Means they have plenty of time to farm. Mew goes down. And Glaceon pushing this advantage as much as they can. Drops a 30. Mime comes in to try and stop them, but Glaceon has plenty of mobility to get out of there. Moshi in a bit of a dangerous spot here with Light Screen Solar Beam. Not a lot of escape, but doing a sick 1500 to Mime. Kind of worth.
Yeah, with that going on top lane, Gecko was down here a little bit solo as mine came down and tried to help him. He did defend off a lot of the attacks. As you can see, it's only 71 out of 80 he scored on his base while he was alone down here. Gecko and Spoopy about to just duke it out again here. It's going to be Venusaur and Spoopy, but Spoopy and Bing is now together linking up bot lane with Reggie Lecky coming up in 5 seconds top.
Yep, so some classic stuff here. If I've counted correctly, Trevenant is at full stacks here now. Well, got the second wave Altaria as well. Regieleki is being set up, and the Glaceons are trying to push in on each other along with the Mimes and the Mew. Because it is a mirror match up top here, except for Trevenant. Oh, and all the ults are thrown! Glacial stages everywhere, and a solar beam. Why not?
He's like, just take it all, take it all. Machamp, Spoopy going on now, rotating top. He was Gecko was down here holding both of those guys hostage down here, holding Bing and Spoopy for a long time. So they had a bit of an advantage over there up top lane. As they secured that Reggie taking advantage of that the team difference here, not team difference, but team number wise difference.
Yeah, the numbers advantage is important.
There
I've heard that from
go.
Sun Tzu.
That's the word I was looking for. Jesus, take that out of my mouth, will you?
I'd just like to point out here a little earlier, mine was leashed to a Bunnelby to heal, and it was very funny. Being able to wall out Midnight with that healing. Ooh, a Surf Mew to try and get Regieleki in, getting some good damage in, getting right back out. Not quite able to push this, unfortunately. Trevenant doing a lot of work, but not able to push it through with all of the team there. But I'm sure they're getting plenty of farm down bot. What's happening down there? Because Regieleki is down.
Gecko going against Bing. Bing is only level 7 while Gecko's level 9. He's been down here being a nuisance. He does have that Leaf Storm with Giga Drain, so he has AoE farming capabilities as he just takes advantage of that. Fighting Bing with Salafit coming down, backing him up, knowing that they just gotta help Gecko a little bit because he's been down here for a long time as the rest of the team comes in, attack the turn, and Midnight backing up Bing here, so big numbers advantage. Now that word is in my head and I remember.
Yeah, it's very nice. I've just discovered a new threat, a new nightmare demon, a paralysis demon, if you will. Mew with Surf in a bush is the worst, because Machamp went to check the center bush here up in top lane, got surfed all the way to enemy goal almost, needed to dynamic punch and eject button just to survive. That is the worst.
What's crazy about that is that you know how Mew is a special attacker, and that's what he plays off of. If you build him correctly, that Surf can take out about 30 to 50% of your health if you're not built against it. So you guys gotta be careful. Mew is a threat. Mew is a big threat. That's a lot of damage in a small package right there.
Absolutely.
Getting destroyed here, 171 to 20.
I think I've heard a joke like that once.
Hey, well, that's what she said. Anyways, but with what was going on there, we have an advantage, 171 to 20, bot lane being broken in favor of OTN and top lane being in favor of OTN. Regieleki is back up, Slim getting caught out here, getting pushed off by Bing. Bing playing smart, tactic turn, being the mind, looking onto Bing so Bing can walk in and do the things that he needs to. He ults, another ult comes out from Salafed, going on Bing, and here's the fight that's gonna go in favor of, drum roll please, Gummy Goobers, as they get that Regieleki pushing in now. And Spoopy just being Spoopy, cross-chopping them, slamming them, punching them, and just doing massive damage. Oh my God, that's
2,400 damage from the agility backup, long-range, freeze-dry out, Mew on Glaceon hit. That was outrageous.
Down, he goes
disgusting.
Disgusting. Midnight with that beautiful auto attack boosted, if you will say. Yes, hold on. Somebody is at my door. What are you? What? What?
For the moment, most of the teams are just farming after that egregious display of outmatched power from Mew here. They are probably the second strongest psychic Pokemon in the game, in the canon, and you see why. Unbelievable.
Exactly.
They're only level 11.
I'm sorry, Shin. If you can take over from me real quick, I got a big feeling you've been going on downstairs. I'll be right back. Guys.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes, sir. This is why I am amazed that none of the teams have banned Mew so far, but it's probably because everyone's using them, so there's no point. No point in banning Mew if you could just use your Mew.
So as we see here, everyone's prepping for the Rayquaza, trying to poke, trying to get some people here. We have Tack trying to heal Bing. Oh, that was a nice move
Yeah,
from
they.
Midnight. Just solar beam in that bush because you never know. You never know. But
You never
sadly, there
know.
was no one. There was no
But
one there.
in this top bush here, actually Taciturn and Bing being in this bush power waved to each other is actually a very dangerous trap for the enemy team because very often you will check the closest bush to you, and those two being in there attached to each other, healing and increasing their defense, you're never gonna kill it. That is a guaranteed death if a squishy checks that bush.
Exactly. And here we go.
Oh
Nice
boy!
ult from Bing. Just snoring, restoring his health. Going in for slam. Nice solar beam from Midnight.
Oh, Machamp
Going
goes
in for
down.
auto attack. Another solar beam. A solar beam from Mushy. Nice ult from Mushy.
Glaceon manages to get out barely.
Oh, we getting the solar beam from Midnight. Takes a person down.
Ooh,
Pops
Mew
his
ult.
ult.
Trying to
Goes
get
with
that
the spell.
Mime. Oh, dies before it can get the kill. Mime is too tanky. That's Venusaur has managed to clean up everyone that's left. 2 members down for Saturn. Or no, 2 members down for Goomy Goobers.
And Spoopy go in and take a steal right here.
Ooh, Machamp
Oh,
dies for
no.
that cross chop. Ooh.
Oh, here we go. We got Tech. Tech and Bing. And they steal it. Oh, my
Ooh.
God. That last pixel. Nice work.
It's a steal, but only a couple of their members have the shield now. Mimes is already gone. Snorlax already gone. They have no shields. Goomy Goobers got no shield for that Rayquaza steal. But they did keep it from scoring. They have to score though now. They don't have a lot of time. And with the delay, they can't hear us say that. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Thank God for delays, huh?
Ooh, an excellent poke with that solar beam in the bottom bush. Hauled out the Saturn members hiding in there. Ooh, and a Mime Showtime and a Barrage Blow takes out Venusaur. They're just trying to push this outer goal. Saturn's gonna have to fall back to the second goal. Trevenant can defend that just fine though, because there's only 5 seconds left. Yep, occurs. Oh, but the Horn Leech lets Mew score an 82 there. No, Trevenant. Oh no. Was it enough? I think that was enough. Oh, they had it beforehand, but my goodness, what a final moment. What a final moment. That 82 wasn't enough to win the game, but insanity. Crazy that they were able to get that off on the last second. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, they can hear you.
Okay, cool. But what a push at that last second. And just committing to that Rayquaza fight, every team going for it, pushing in, pushing out. And just making the entire difference of the game in the final moments. It was almost like a Zapdos game. That was incredible. Tactily Tech with 151 points scored. They're half of the team's points by themselves. My goodness.
Just a heads up. Do the next match without me. So
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be gone for just like about 15 minutes.
Yeah, all right.
Gotcha.
And as for the rest of the stats, 5 kills for the Mime Slimp for the Saturn, 6 kills for the Glaceon, 6 kills for Goomy Goober's Midnight Mew, and 4 kills on Spoopy's Machamp. Ow. Incredible, incredible game.
Alright, now we are waiting for this match to start. This is the most anticipated match everybody's been waiting for. We are having Extremely Bad versus Team Drip. So we're gonna get that situated. Let me just invite you real quick. Yo, Bread, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I do apologize for the ads, guys. I did do pre-rolls before I started. Really not much I can do. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say blame Twitch, but blame Twitch.
Blame Twitch.
Yes. What's going on? It's 1-1 or was it 2-0?
It should be 1-1. The Goomy Goobers just
1-1?
won.
Oh, my bad. My bad, my bad. My bad. Let me fix that real quick. Gotcha. I'll go on ahead and go to the commentators poll.
Alright, all the team members are still in the lobby. Let me add you and Pika real quick.
Well, Pika's AFK, so you're not gonna be able to add him. Just send me an invite.
He went offline. Okay.
Yeah. Let me get the bands ready. It was a simple mistake. There was a lot of stuff going on in chat, and I was also looking at other stuff too, making sure that everything's good. So it was a small mistake. You guys are making a really big deal out of it. So relax, please.
Alright, are both teams ready? Oh, we need the bands. Right. Need some bands from Goomy Goobers and from Saturn. just a minute here while we wait for the teams. Discussing some strategy while we have some free time here. It's an interesting to see how the meta is changing with all of these with all of the damage that has been put out by some of these special attackers lately. Just seeing Assault Vest actually being able to be used on some of these tankier Pokemon. Slimp's Mime having Assault Vest in that last game, just allowing them so much survivability against the huge damage numbers of Mew Solar Beam, Mime Psychic and Confusion, or Glaceon's Icy Wind. And even having some pretty common picks in the form of like Venusaur, Gengar, Mime, Delphox, and Gardevoir. Just Assault Vest actually being useful now, even without a buff, is very nice to see. It was useful in some other metas. I believe in Oceania specifically, they had Venusaurs were the most common carry, Jungle Venusaur, and so Assault Vest was very useful just to protect you from those pedal dances, just chipping you down over and over and over again, and the Giga Drain's doing a good couple hundo every use. This is your, just in case if anyone was wondering, this is going to be a long tournament, so here's your bathroom break warning. Now's your chance. If anybody's been holding it in, release it now, because we got a couple of members going to the can. And so feel free.
Yeah.
Bit of an ad break here if you want to shout out to the Matcherino, maybe, Eastern?
Nah, we're good.
Alrighty. So, predictions. So we have one ban on Tyranitar, so we'll take that one out for now. But what I would consider the next teams having out there. Obviously, with the My Mew not banned, I'm willing to bet we're probably going to see those, as well as Glaceon, we're probably going to see those three on both teams. But out of curiosity, the other two slots on both teams are available. Well, I'm thinking Treebags is pretty committed to Trevenant. It's putting in some big work here, and it seems like they've gotten the macro down pat, down to even just stacking at the appropriate times, and just using that focus sash as a resource to get in there. So I bet Trevenant's probably going to stay the same, but I wonder who else is going to come in here. Now, some big counters to Mew and Mime are probably the biggest things to consider. Just being able to wall Mime out a bit with Snorlax and the Link, or get away from them. As well as Mew just being able to dive on them. If I had to guess, I think we're probably going to see a Speedster here in the next game. Dodrio, unfortunately, banned right now. But I would not be surprised seeing a Mew and Glaceon in the back there with Trevenant out in front. If we saw maybe a sneaky Absol just trying to get in the back and do some big damage. Absol can even do good work on a Venusaur. Especially with the Assault Vest on the Mai. Right? Like, Absol, being a physical attacker, is just able to cut right through that. And, you know, I would not be remiss seeing a Night Slash cut through a Mime and then use the other half to get right back out of the fight. Not the worst idea. I think that's a potential strategy that we could see. I don't know if any of the players here use Absol, unfortunately, though, so we're probably not going to see that. But I just think that would be a useful thing to put into this next match. You got any ideas, Shin?
Not that I know of. I just know that we're just gonna wait a couple of minutes. They're doing a quick discussion while we wait. As like prediction wise, I do not know yet until the finals hit. Everyone's been playing their best throughout the whole Chaos League from week 1 to week 8, and we're seeing some good matches here tonight. And we're seeing some strong plays that you know, we saw a lot of good plays during the weeks of the Chaos League, but everyone's like, I want to say take a page off of Dragon Ball Z. You know how they go into the hyperbolic time chamber and they train. Everyone here tonight has been showing what they have in store. They've been training. That little break that we had from the Chaos League, the league, and then now the tournament. And the new map that's coming out, with the, you know, it kind of sucks because, you know, we were all used to the old map, and then the new map came in, and then all of a sudden they did like a little update and took off Natsu. but everyone's been performing well. Everyone's adapted to the TSK ruins, and like I said, I can't wait to see the next game that's going to happen soon. But so far, this game that's going on right now, we've been seeing a lot of good plays from the Goomies, and also a lot of good plays from Saturn, the Otternauts. So
Yep.
everyone's been doing good.
Yeah, it's been a lot of great fights from a lot of great teams here. It looks like we've got a Mew Tyranitar ban this game, and it looks like we've got Kivs subbing out for the TC Tactical Nuke. If both teams are ready, let us know in the Discord.
Yes, so right now we are having another sub. So tactically, Tech will be switched with Keeves for this game, for this matchup, for game 2, match 3. Let me just ask if everyone's ready.
Gotta keep it fresh. Why get those 2 subs out of bed if you're not gonna use them, right? No bench warmers over here. Or maybe that bathroom break was even worse than we thought, and they needed to go to the emergency room real quick. Which, hey, appreciate you coming out here, even with the stomach issues.
Nah, man, I don't think anyone's sick or anything. I'll say a bit nervous, but other than that, I don't think no one's sick.
I don't know, man. I've heard Taco Bell's coming out with some new products again. We might have some product testers on their team.
Nah, I don't think so. Alright, we're sorry for the wait, guys.
Alright, so we do have the Mew ban. They have broken up the dream team of Mime and Mew here, so we're gonna have to see something replace that. And just after I finished saying in the last match that why ban Mew when you can both just have Mew. So much for that.
So we have the Autonaut Saturns ready. We're still waiting on the Goomies. Give them a few minutes. While we wait, let me you see what's going on with this Twitch ad, because I know for a fact I did pre-rolls before I started the stream, so I don't have to have any of that issues.
There we go.
That people were complaining about.
That's what I wanted to do. That's what I want to do. Can someone clip that for me? If there's any way someone can clip that?
Let me fix that real quick and see what the problem is.
Alright, looks like the teams are ready.
Well, the best I can do is lower it down to six matches. 6 ads. So let's see if that helps anything. Hold on. TC Bags is writing.
Oh, that's nice. Alrighty, we are going. So, Mew is going to have to be replaced this match. Mew and Tyranitar are banned. And still Mime and Glaceon on the table, willing to bet we will probably see though. As it looks like the Goomy Goobers are keeping mostly to the same strategy. Winning strategy, cannot blame them. And it looks like we've got a full heal Venusaur up here. And we're probably looking for those pedal dances, coming in, trying to take those squishies down. Delphox and Glaceon have a lot of mobility though, so it's not going to be easy. And we've got the tried and true, it's the Remoat Stadium champion, Hoopa, for Team Saturn with Experience Share and Energy Amp. Those ults are going to be devastating. What a wild pick from left field. Wasn't seeing that coming, but they are still a great Pokemon, even with the change in map. Rotating not being such a huge deal, but still being a huge source of damage, healing, and transportation. And that's something that you really got to look out for, especially on this map where transportation is a huge deal.
Ready, go!
Alright. So, interesting strategy. It looks like we have a jungle invasion on the Snorlax. Thanks. Going in deep, trying to see what they can steal. Red buff, maybe? Not quite. Oh, they are able to steal it. The Hoopa tries to take it back, but they are not able to succeed. A Focus Sash procs on the Snorlax, giving it a lot of healing, along with a Nap, trying to get it out of there. Unfortunately, not able to escape with the pressure from Glaceon. It's taken down with Hoopa, but Fennekin and Mime do have a very good start now because of that. Slimp just running away with it. Or Midnight, rather, sorry. Midnight with the special attack specs as well, so they're getting a couple of stacks in. And they're going to be dangerous in the late game here. Down bot looks like just a simple Altaria already taken down. And 10 points and 30 on Gecko. Looks like their team managed to secure it then, Saturn. And Saturn is now pushing into the middle area to try and get some of the farm here. Jungle Glaceon worried about their jungles going back in before Snorlax can pressure it. I'm getting another stack on those special attack specs too. And Focus Sash procs might get them out, but Trev has some sticking power and is not so easily gotten rid of. And Hoopa, with that muscle band, gets some good damage. It's just like they said way back. And Hoopa with that muscle band actually has pretty dangerous basic attacks and is actually able to put in a decent amount of damage in the early game. And Tree Bags countering the Mime special attack specs with their attack away Aeos Cookie, getting some stacks in there, trying to get out. Icy Wind, a lot of damage though. Focus Sash, is it gonna save them? Nope, it lets them die just like it let Mime die. And crazy, the Focus Sash is just not doing so hot with these unbalanced fights here in top and bottom lane. Machamp and Venusaur just kind of throwing back and forth down bot here, just looking for some evil scores when they can get sneaky. But both have 30, so likely not much is going to be happening there for a while. And instead, in top lane, we've got Altaria spawning, Regieleki is up, and the Gumi Goobers are a little bit low on health here, but power swap on Mime is going to take care of that. Attached to the slow Snorlax as well, that is a butt ton of health that they are going to have to get through. Mime stunned by Mime boosted attack, not able to get through the portal for Saturn. And that is a devastating loss, but Mime will be back up here in a second. Trev comes back, tries to get some revenge. Able to kill the enemy Mime? No, Midnight is able to get right back out. No issue. Was XP. Getting them clean out of danger. Ooh, Icy Wind doing a big damage to Mime again, but not able to finish the job. But Snorlax caught in a bad position, takes another defeat, and takes Trevenant with them with just one Delphox and Mime hit. Regieleki back up to neutral. 3 members for Saturn, 2 members for the Gumi Goobers. This is going on for a while, and if I check back down here, 30 points. Looks like Spoopy and Gecko just farming. Not able to get any stacks. It's going to be like that for a while. Don't worry about that. It is a 4-on-4 up top here, though. Power swapping the Regieleki to take some chip damage and heal the Mime, allowing them to keep close at all times. Take that Psychic for 2k damage. Not able to steal it. The enemy Mime, Slimp, somehow able to take it. With that confusion from long range, I didn't even see them throw it. Perfectly timed, and they're going to be able to push this in as well with some of those defeats taken. The level 7 Snorlax not having a great time trying to keep up. That first jungle invasion cost them. They got the XP, but immediately died afterwards, giving Glaceon the early XP, and that is dangerous. This Glaceon is already doing very well. 2 kills under their belt. Along with some other members of the team. It looks like Trevenant and Hoopa here both have 2 kills. Delphox with 3, though. And Delphox is a bit of a mid-game player here. As soon as they unlock ult, they are just a force to be reckoned with. And they're not far off as it is. Machamp throws out a barrage blow to counter Mime Showtime, able to survive it as well. Kills 2 of their members. Hoopa takes Venusaur out of the equation. He teleports back though because Petal Dance is so much speed, but it was a mistake. Even with that Petal Dance speed, they are taken down with Delphox Fire Spin stunning them in place long enough for just tons of damage to be emptied into them. And Delphox able to defend Regice as well with a Fire Spin. Not a super important objective, but it does give room for a better objective to come back in a second, and it gives them a chance to try and push this goal with a little bit of healing on top, you know, just in case, you know. However, Mime's power swap heals infinitely more than Regice, so, you know, it's wishful thinking, but it really is not that helpful. Hoopa rotating everybody to top lane because Regieleki is about to start. Bad vape. Come on now. Quiet in the crowd, please. Please now. We've got Mime running in, Midnight running in with a power swap Psychic, trying to get plenty of damage, and runs in with a Mime Showtime. Him into the back line, takes out Glaceon, pressures Mime, keeps them out. Hoopa throws out an ult to try and counter, do tons of damage from the Gooby Goobers, but the damage is done. Delphox is able to throw in tons of damage and stun into their team. Mime throws out their own Showtime. Venusaur comes back to support the team, takes a punch out. Snorlax goes down. Delphox and Machamp are able to take down the Mime, but not with their own losses. Venusaur runs in, is able to kill the Delphox before Fire Spin can stun. And now Saturn is in a good place for this Regieleki. Yeah. Gumi Goobers are just going to have to defend against this Regieleki now because Mime's the only one that's there. They do not have Confusion, they have Psychic, and they are taken out trying to get vision on that Regieleki's health bar, but 1-on-5 is something even Mime struggles with. If Moshi looking for some jungle invasion because they know most of the team is looking to defend against this Regieleki. Very smart. Mime getting the center Altaria. Venusaur getting the bottom Altaria. All the farm on the map is controlled by OT and Saturn right now. But Gumi Goobers able to take Hoopa down Moshi for doing that jungle invade. Didn't really pay off in the end. But Venusaur able to get a kill on Mime and get all the buffs back. They are in a good position once again. Registeel! That's why you take Regice out of the equation. Registeel is now back in bot lane. An objective arguably worth contending for. The attack up can be brutal on characters like Mime, Machamp, Venusaur, even Trevenant and Glaceon. Delphox throwing in some strong hits. Goomy Goobers keeping each other alive with the power swap. And Machamp going deep with that barrage blow to try and take Mime out. But unfortunately, as you can see, you could really just dump 8,000 into Mime, and he does not care. Because he is a defender and a support at the same time, and it is just not fair. TC Treebags gives up on the 40. Not entirely sure why. Waiting for that 2-minute. Ah, clever. Waiting for that 2-minute to double the amount of points. It's just passing the time with some animation canceling. Glaceon goes down from a Verdant Anger by Venusaur, but a Fanciful Fireworks from Delphox cleans up 3 members of OTN Saturn. This is a good time for some backdoor scores as Bing goes in. TC Treebags just hiding in the bush trying to defend the goal, but it is too little too late. There is 100 from Delpha. And Scoomy Goobers are in a strong position, don't even need to go for Rayquaza, and can be looking for some backdoor scores for the rest of this game. Constantly pressuring the top and bottom goals will be devastating here. Snorlax blocks Hoopa into the Delpha, but they throw out an ult to try and get everyone into middle. Snorlax dies for. That is a big ult that Goomy Goobers no longer has to contend with. Oh, Trevenant throws out an ult and takes out the Delphox as well. Well, a lot of the ults down for OTN Saturn. This is their last stand. Mine throws out a Showtime as well. For the Goomy Goobers, it looked like. And trying to deal with the Trevenant, they are able to take the Trevenant out, the biggest issue on their team. Even more so than the Mime, I would argue. Power swap on the Machamp, and some Psychics take out some damage, but they're still able to go in on the Glaceon. The Machamp misses the barrage blow, still able to get a kill though, 2 kill. Well, Trevenant is still dead with that much health, that much carry on their team. Mime, barely alive with Focus Sash, goes down in the end. And Goomy Goobers are more than free to take out this Rayquaza as 3 members of Saturn are dead. And Goomy Goobers look in a good position here, able to take out the Hoopa as well. 3 members down, 2 in base. He's trying to stop this Mime scoring 100, but they have the Rayquaza shield, no knockback and no stun. Are able to score shield right through it, gets the 100. And a Mime Showtime comes out on midnight to take down another member. What a game. Finished. Insane game from the teams. That is a victory for the Goomy Goobers in the round 1 match. An excellent game from Saturn. The plays that I saw them make across this match were insane. But the Goomy Goobers, no slouch, able to pull out plenty of good moves on their own. Having that Snorlax just be a huge, huge source of stun. Even when they took the deaths for it, that just meant their cooldown was lower. They were able to come back with a ton of health and throw that block right back up. Push a lot of enemies into the enemy goal, into the enemy team, and force them to burn a lot of resources at crucial moments. And then Machamp, after that all is said and done, with the amount of resources you have to throw into Snorlax to even kill it, Machamp is able to just swoop right in with that barrage blow, take down anybody who is caught slacking. Tons of points. Snorlax an 82 score even without the 100 from Rayquaza. 155 from Mime, 146 from Spoopy, from the Machamp for the Goomy Goobers, and 91 from Slim's Mime, and 112 from Treebags and Trevenant, and for Saturn. Those kinds of stats are crazy. And you can look at that, look how even of a game it was for both teams. It's just back and forth constantly. Until that team wipe at the very end. And powerful stuff, powerful stuff. With the scores as well, you can see that there was just lots of little good scores in the early game, some powerful ones in the middle, trying to keep it contested, and then just that team wipe. And even then, still able to get 80 on Trevenant in the late game. That little dance they did up top right before the big team fight, giving them 80, giving them a strong position for the Rayquaza fight. Lots of good plays here. 8 kills on Gecko's Venusaur for Saturn. 13 for Kivs' Delphox for Goobers. There's 10 assists and 11 assists for the Snorlax and Mime on Goobers, respectively. 11 assists for the Hoopa. 7 assists for the Glaceon on Saturn. All kinds of stuff being done here. Absurd amounts of damage for everybody. Venusaur, both Glaceon. Mime, Machamp, Delpha. It's just lots of characters doing a big work in all of the team fights. And not to mention Snorlax and Mime taking 71k, and Trevenant taking 92, and the Saturn's Mime and Hoopa taking 68 and 62,000 respectively. And just all the teams were putting everything they could on the battlefield to try and get even the slightest advantage for their team.
Right, RC, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back, Pika.
I had to step away. My niece is having a party at the house. I had to go say hi to the family and get the cake stuff.
Happy
So
birthday.
I better the match. Shen, if you are still there, are you good?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just fixing something real quick.
Great.
Just try to keep the camera moving, bro. I was confused too. I was watching. I was downstairs like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, no worries.
There was a lot of action happening all over the map. But those Regieleki fights, big deal. It's big fights there. There are a couple of big fights at Registeel and Regice too. These competitors were all over the map trying to just get farm. Not to mention double juggle invade. Sorry, what was that?
I turned off the ads.
Just a heads up to everybody. Ads and all that stuff. Ads is something that's gonna happen no matter what stream you go to. If they are an affiliate or a partner, you are gonna get ads if you are not subscribed. What happens is that ads are gonna run at a set amount of time every time. Even if you move the ads around, if we start a match, the ads are gonna supposed to play at certain times throughout the stream. We cannot control that. Just a warning, so please, we're doing our best and understand that.
Also, just a word of warning that Twitch does have the most control over ads. We do not have much.
Yeah, I'm doing my best for you guys, but like.
Relax. We're not gonna get right now.
I'm good.
We're not gonna get into anything, but we are gonna just do our best. So please understand. I know there were some people in chat, being a little bit choicy with their words. I'm gonna ask you guys just relax. We're trying to do what we can. So if you guys understand, if you don't like what you see, you are more than welcome to leave. We are doing our best. And just understand that. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, cool.
And with that, the Goomy Goobers did win 2-1. Congratulations, Goomy Goobers. We are gonna... Who is a... sorry, I just came back. Now I'm trying to catch up with everything. 1 second.
And congratulations to the amazing fight from Saturn as well.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Okay, let's see. That's that. Okay, Shin, who is the next match? Once again, congratulations to the Goomy Goobers.
We have Astonishingly Bad and Team Drip going on.
Okay. Alright, 1 sec. I just want to go to the challenge website to make sure I see everything correctly. Yeah, you do have Astonishingly Bad against Team Drip. Astonishingly Bad is our third match. See, I was too busy going with the freaking brain scattered. Is the third match of the day. Team Drip and Astonishingly Bad. Astonishingly Bad has the best record in our league right now. They are 8-0. Team Drip was near the bottom. They had a bit of roster change, a little bit of a mix-up. Had a bit of a hiatus of 2 weeks. Came back, started getting back in. They did lose their first match, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, and they are now back fully and ready to go. Because after that little mishap, they had in a beautiful run. I was saying before, 2 players that I have my eyes on was Squirtle's Den and Kingslayer. So you guys are gonna be seeing that today.
Nice.
Coming up in the next match, and top 2 you're not streaming, not 2. What do you mean? What's going on? But what we are gonna go with is that wait.
Hey, what's up, Kaluni? What's up?
My brain is all over the place. What was I gonna say? I'm lost. Anyways, we are just gonna be waiting for them to get into the Discord lobby, right, to announce their stuff and check in and all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're in the Discord server right now.
Okay,
I was waiting for them to give me some dance, and we'll get this match
especially
going.
with Slowbro taking one of them out.
Oh, we have an ult.
There it is.
Zen going in.
Venusaur.
Alright, we have an ult from Zara.
My brain is still here. My thoughts are scattered. And And that's
Hold on a sec, guys. It looks like my stream has got like uber delay. So let me try and fix this real quick.
okay. We're waiting for the teams to develop anyway.
It says that I have 2 minutes of 3 minutes of delay. That's not right. Whoops. Hold on.